Hey guys and gals, this is Bloggy of the Broken Legion of Gamers, and this is the second edition of Coffee Time with Bloggy. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video, I'm just going to go through some quick stuff that's been happening in the background, why I was absent for a couple of weeks, and yeah, when I did, a lot of things have been, was one problem that kept me very busy, and that was the fact that the exhaust of my truck just dropped out. Apparently, all the all the mounts for the rubber hangers on my exhaust pipe and catalytic converter rotted off, and it was putting pressure on the flange between my exhaust pipe and my muffler. That flange basically disintegrated. Boom. $350 later, new new exhaust pipe, new muffler, gaskets, and hangers, and now the Bloggy Mobile is back up and running. It still needs a little bit more work, but it can get me to and from work. So that was a major time, well, not really a major time. That only took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do over two days, because the first day I went to go work on it, I dropped the muffler. When I went to go take the bolts off for the flange between the catalytic converter and the exhaust pipe, they were rusted solid. Those had to be cut. It was like a 20-degree day. I knew it was going to be like 45 degrees the next day, so I said, nope, we're going to do that tomorrow. So that just killed a whole week, pretty much a whole weekend. But also, somebody, and thank you, Tim, for pointing this out to me. When I did my unboxing of the Bark Speeder, I'm recording on a new phone, and its autofocus is rubbish. It's a Samsung Galaxy A50. It's a good phone, just the software and hardware for the camera is not as good as like a Galaxy S10 or a Galaxy S10 Note. So he commented that I was moving too fast and wasn't letting the camera focus. That's why I used the cardboard when I unboxed the Phase 2 clone troopers that are sitting over there. And this way I could see if that got it into focus. Looking at how it recorded, it came out a little better with being in focus, but not where I want it to be. So I decided, you know what, it's time to bite the bullet, time to sell out, time to stop with the whole guerrilla style YouTube, one shoot, start to finish, and time to actually produce these videos in actual cuts, not just time to produce these videos in actual cuts and not not shoot and go. So I'm biting the bullet. I'm going to build myself an editing computer. Just this past week, Newegg was running a good sale on the Ryzen 7 2700X. So I purchased that. I got the computer spec'd out, and over the course of the next few months, I'm going to buy the system in pieces. A little bit here, a little bit there. 1 week buy the RAM, 1 week buy the NVMe drive. The next, maybe that same week buy the bulk 2 terabyte hard drive. But it's time to start putting some actual money into this channel, because you guys deserve better. I deserve a better quality of life when I'm filming. So I'm biting the bullet, and I'm going to build an editing rig just for the channel, the Bloggy rig. And my daughter's going to be using a editing rig to play Minecraft. Okay, whatever. Whatever makes her happy. As long as she doesn't get in the way of me editing, she can use the computer anytime she wants, and as long as she doesn't download a virus. That's something I'm going to go over with her, and I'm probably going to bite the bullet and for the first time buy Norton antivirus just to be safe, because there's going to be a lot of money going into this computer. There's going to be a lot of information being put on this computer. It's going to be all about security and privacy. But that's enough with that. The reason why you guys came here, now it's time for the meat and potatoes of the video. And as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be about this game right here, Gaslands. And why you should play it. This is a very expensive hobby. This is the first game that is going to be affordable for the masses, the major masses. For $40, you can buy this book, buy a whole starter army, and be going. You don't need that much. And just like with any war game, you can go balls to the walls and spend a ton of money, or you could just go with the essentials to get started and see if you like it. This book right here, $30. In this book, they give you the tokens and moving templates that you need for the game that you can photocopy, or, because with how the book is bound, it's going to be very hard to photocopy, you can go on to Gaslands.com. They have a download section. You can download printable token sheets and printable movement templates, even printable little squares that you can cut out and glue onto dice to make the skid dice. So if you have a printer, you have dice, and you have cardboard and paper, you can make your player aids really easily. They even have printable dashboards for the cars. So you can go download the dashboards. There's 3 sheets of them. One of them is like the dashboards for like 9 cars, and then the rest have the dashboards for the war rig, which is basically a tractor trailer all Mad Maxed out with weapons and all sorts of spiky and stabby bits. They have it for the bus. They have it for everything. 2 sheets of those, just one of each of the other vehicle types. You can download a 1-page quick reference like this, and then it also comes with the quick references for the vehicles. It's actually like a 3-page, because one is dedicated to the vehicles, one is dedicated to the weapons and upgrades, and one is dedicated to the quick reference to take you through each gear phase. This game is played in rounds with 6 gear phases. We'll go into that in another video, and you don't even have to make yourself skid dice or buy custom skid dice. In the rulebook, here's a chart, and it's a breakdown of the results for the skid dice. 1 would be hazard, 2 would be spin, 3 would be slide, and 4 through 6 would be shift. So you can just roll your regular D6, reference this chart, and you can know exactly what you rolled. But the actual made skid dice, it's a quality of life thing. Now, say you don't want to go and print out the movement templates or the tokens. There's a ton of companies that are making acrylic or MDF laser cut movement templates. Here's the long template, MDF. This is acrylic laser cut. The downside about acrylic, and this isn't because this one wasn't made bad, the downside of acrylic, this is just the nature of acrylic, it scratches real easily. Let's see. No, this is shiny and reflective. You're not going to be able to see it. Companies are making all the movement templates in acrylic. This is made These were made by a company called Litco Game Accessories. Some of you might have heard of it. You can get these on Amazon or eBay for $24.99. Some of you at first might want to just do the cardboard paper route where you print out the movement templates, cut them off the paper, glue them on to, even in the rule book, they say that to just glue it onto, they call it cereal box cardboard, which, since that's what they recommend, I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do that on this channel. And we're going to do it with actual cereal box or Pop-Tart box, basically a food box. Companies are also making acrylic laser cut tokens. This token set, it's 50 tokens. You get 20 of these little yellow hazard tokens, 20 of these ammo tokens, because some of the weapons in the game have an ammo count, like ammo 1, ammo 2, ammo 3, meaning the weapon can only be shot 1, 2, or 3 times. So these tokens, quality of life thing. There's even a person on YouTube, on eBay, that is selling, it looks like 3D printed dashboards where you put the card dashboard in the dashboard, and it has a spot where you can put dice for an ammo counter, hull damage counter, max gear. Yeah. This game has been out since 2018, and they just did, and people have been going crazy with this game of what they're making. You can buy 3D printed, resin casted, or hard plastic bits. What I like about this game is everything is customizable. On their website, they have a section in the shop called Friends of Gaslands that brings you to all the companies that they endorse. So where you can buy bits, terrain, where you can buy the gates for the races, where you can buy, there's people that are even making 3D printed or resin casted tire and wheel combos, so you don't have to use the factory Hot Wheels or Matchbox car tires if you don't like them for a certain vehicle. This is pretty much a edition 1.5. In 2018, they came out with the softback. Osprey Games calls it their blue books because it's got a blue strip on the bottom. This was the actual, I believe this was the actual picture on the first edition one. Since 2018, they, Mike Hutchinson, this guy, the guy that created the game, wrote the rules, wrote the rule book, organized the play testing, he's put out about a handful of free to download expansions, which adds more vehicle types, more weapons, team sponsors to the game. It added a lot to the game. And in September 2019, Will Hutchinson and Osprey Games put out this book that you don't have to download the free expansions anymore. They're all in this book. The original rule book was, I believe, like 68 pages long. This is a whopping 192 pages. This has a wealth of content in it, and it's very easy to do. Now, this is a growing game. It's only been out for two years. There's only a couple vehicle types I see missing. He even put in buses and ice cream trucks, but there's a couple vehicle types I see missing. Maybe we'll get them in the future. Maybe we won't. He could have really put in vans and SUVs in this game. I guess for an SUV, you could take it as a truck, but it would be nice to have an SUV which veers differently, which builds differently than the truck. But maybe that's something Mike Hutchinson will put out in the future, in a future expansion. But this book is amazing. Now, why is it also a cheap game to get into? Because of what you use to play this game. You're using Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. He's even got rules in here to downsize it to Micro Machine status. Okay, if that's your thing, it's your hobby, run with it. But you can pick up one of these, a 5-pack of Hot Wheels, or a 5-pack of Matchbox cars for $5. Or, as long as you get like an average normal, you can get one of these for $1. What war game can you add a new unit to choose from into your army for $1 before the cost of bits? And you can buy bits. The bits, they're easily accessible. People are selling the bits on eBay. People are selling the bits on Etsy. And Mike Hutchinson has direct links to companies that he endorses. I bought some bits from a company that he endorses on Etsy. But this is $1. These are $5. Some of these I bought, like this, the Fast and the Furious Hot Wheels set. I bought it strictly for the 70s. I like 4 of the 5 cars. I bought it strictly for the 70 Chevelle. My favorite car. That's going to be a special build. And performance cars. A Bugatti. Who wouldn't want a Bugatti in their arsenal? This game is affordable, accessible, easy to get into. And if you have a printer and you've got some cardboard food boxes, even the back of pasta boxes, it's an affordable game to get into. And very accessible. You just got to put in some work, and I'm going to teach you guys how to put in the work. And we're also going to be putting in we're also going to be starting a new series on the channel called Bloggy's Chop Shop, where I'm going to teach you how to separate the vehicles, and I'm going to teach you how to prep the vehicles for paint. There's going to be a lot going on with this game. This game is going to be a major part of the channel going forward, because it's a game I believe in. And this, though the book is published by Osprey Games, this is very much an indie game. Mike Hutchinson is a guy. He's not a big company. I'm a smaller channel. I want to help promote some of the smaller games. Not everything in this hobby has to be Games Workshop or Fantasy Flight Games. There are smaller companies and smaller games, more affordable games, that we can all play to get our hobby fix and make everything easier and more accessible. Coffee time with Bloggy, and this is my first sip of coffee after almost 20 minutes. And I'm really gonna support this game and this company going forward on this channel. I believe in this game because I've watched a lot of the battle reports. To get up and running, 54 pages to read. Though it's not as streamlined as 40K, this also has a lot more involved than 40K. And what's awesome is no 2 vehicle builds ever have to be the same, because you're customizing your own vehicles. This is Mad Max meets Twisted Metal from the early PlayStation days. I think the last Twisted Metal came out on PS3. This is Mad Max meets Twisted Metal meets IndyCar, because you're racing through gates into the finish line. But 54 pages, you got all the basic rules. And within those 54 pages, you've got 4 basic weapons. You've got the handgun, which every crew member in these vehicles has a handgun. You get the machine gun, heavy machine gun, and minigun. It's everything for that. And you get 4 vehicle types. You get the buggy, the car, the performance car, and the truck. Actually, I think there's 6. I think there's also the heavy truck and the bus. Let's look that up. because it's under creating a team. Okay. Your basic vehicle types. You get the buggy, the car, the performance car, the truck, the heavy truck, and the bus. So you've got 6 vehicle types to choose from just by reading the first 54 pages of the rulebook. And the setting is incredible. It basically takes place in an alternate timeline in the year 2018. I'm not going to go into too much of it because the quick little fluff he wrote is actually really interesting fluff. And he leaves it very open-ended for us to forge our own fluff. But this game is amazing for the cost of entry, the cost to maintain the game, and the fact that you can build your crew. You can pick up one of these and one of these, 2 or 3 of these, and maybe $10 or $15 worth of bits off of Etsy or eBay or something, and get started playing this game. You don't even need to buy the bits. You can just buy these and print out the templates, the tokens, and make the skid dice. Just take 6 D6s that you have sitting around and glue on the skid dice, or just, if you don't even want to make that commitment, use the reference chart in the book, and you can get up and play in this game, test it out, play the games as they are, and just through the printed out dashboards, write down what weapons each vehicle has, and play it as such for a few games, see if you like it, and then if you like it, go buy bits and just take off and start running from there. This is definitely going to be a good and interesting game, and it's something I definitely want to delve into, and a game that I see having a very bright future. I see Mike having a very bright future with this game. This game is going to be gangbusters when it's picked up. There's a huge following over Facebook. There's a huge buy-sell community. There's a Facebook pages, groups just sitting there giving people advice and sharing pictures of their custom builds. This game is gangbusters already, and the sky's the limit for this game, because as kids, most of us played with these Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels, and most of us enjoyed it, and most of us back then would have loved to have had an organized game that they could play with their toy cars. Now we got it. Now we have the income to buy the toy cars and customize them. We also have access to the tools to do it. So we're going to have Bloggy's Shop going forward. I'm going to teach you guys how to separate these, prep for painting. Maybe that's what I might finally do, what I might finally use to teach you guys how to prime and base coat with an airbrush. At that point, it's going to be like painting a real car, because you're going to be in a spray booth. The only thing is, it's not going to be a heated, enclosed unit. But this is going to be really fun going forward, and we're at 86 subscribers right now. I made a goof too. So my goof is actually going to be for your guys' benefit. When we hit 100 subscribers, I'm planning on doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away a rule book. I'm going to make the cardboard tokens and movement tools. And I'm going to make you guys some cardboard dashboards. And included in that is going to be an assortment of bits, 5-pack of either Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars of my choosing, not one of these here, because I have plans for these. And I'm going to throw in a few of these individual ones. That will be once we hit... How I goofed, I went on to the Toy Wiz Facebook page, and I asked if they could get this book. Waited. I guess they were busy that day or didn't see it right away. After about 10 hours, I was like, okay, maybe they can't get it. I ordered this stuff over Amazon, the tokens and the book. Almost exactly to an hour after I ordered that, one of the guys working at Toy Wiz got on the Facebook group and said, yeah, we can get it. You know me, I'm a big proponent about supporting local wargaming, and I also lit a fire up under some people with gauging interest that I didn't even think that there might have been that much interest, but there's going to be 3 or 4 of us that are going to be. There's one guy at the group that'll play anything that we're all willing to play. So there's going to be about 3 or 4 people interested, and since I ignited that interest, what I'm going to do is when they get these rule books, I'm going to buy another one for the giveaway. I'm going to give away a rule book, some bits, one of these 5-packs, and some of these individuals. This way the winner can have an assortment of vehicles, because I've noticed most of these 5-packs are themed, and they're either like all trucks, all cars, all muscle cars, all performance cars. And I want the winner of this to have his or her option of what to use. Not what, like, I want him to be able to have one performance, him or her to have one performance car, him or her to have one truck, one regular car, and a couple other things. So that's going to be when I hit 100 subscribers and Toy Wiz can get the book in. It was available the day I asked on Thursday. They sold out, so they're probably getting their next shipment. So when both of those line up, me being able to get the second copy of the rule book, and me being able, and us hitting 100 subscribers, we're going to do a Gaslands giveaway. And yeah, that's it. That's just an announcement that I wanted to make. And the giveaway we'll get into those details when I start to run the giveaway. But that's it for this video. It's almost been a half an hour. This is shorter than the first one. And well, that's gonna be it for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button. Come on over, join the Facebook community, and tell me who you are on this lovely platform, because that's gonna be one of the stipulations to be able to enter the giveaway when it does happen, being part of the Facebook community. But the Facebook community is Broken Legion Gamers Tabletop Gaming Community. It's over on Facebook. I gotta figure out the link so I can put the link in the description. Maybe that's some homework I gotta do for future videos. But jump on over, join the Facebook group. If I don't know how you see this video, if you're new to the channel, but if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, and you also want to see Gaslands coverage, Star Wars Legion coverage, Marvel Crisis Protocol coverage, and all sorts of other games that we cover on the channel, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can get further notifications. But as always, whenever possible, support your local wargaming. Your local game store shuts down, you have no place to game other than inviting people over to your house. These stores don't just provide us with a place to buy our toys. These stores provide us with a place to play with our toys. So we need to support them just the same. So support your local wargaming here at the channel. As always, we support Toy Wiz in Nanuet, New York, on Route 59, right across the street from the Dunkin' Donuts. If you live in this area, go in, tell them Nick sent you, and they'll treat you good. They treat everybody good. They're a bunch of good guys there. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. See ya.